Shed, welcome to the Red Shed. Hello there, and welcome to today's Red Shed. There seems to be a bit of a theme of birds going on this week. Yesterday we had that poem that was all about birds from Emily Dickinson, and today I'm doing a reading from a poet that's sometimes referred to as the poet of the blackbirds. That's Francis Ledwidge. I was introduced to his poetry whenever I sang with MacDonagh, the Irish group, because we sang a number of settings of poems of his, and I came back to start to read his work as poetry as opposed to song, and through that I started to get to know a little bit more about Francis Ledwidge. He was an Irish war poet, born in 1887, and he died aged 29, can you imagine, in Passchendaele during the First World War. Having said that, he was a nationalist poet, and the poem that I'm going to read today is one called Thomas MacDonagh, and it's written about that the Irish political activist, perhaps obviously for some of you and perhaps not obviously for some of you, he was one of the, Thomas MacDonagh was one of the 7 leaders of the Easter Rising in 1916, and obviously we've just had Easter this week, so 104 years ago he was involved in that. He was one of the co-signatories of the proclamation of the Irish Republic, and he was executed for his part in the Easter Rising at the age of 38. So this poem is one that Francis Ledwidge wrote, and he wasn't to live much longer himself. Something like about a year. He died in 1917. So it's called Thomas MacDonagh by Francis Ledwidge. He shall not hear the bittern cry in the wild sky where he is lain, nor voices of the sweeter birds above the wailing of the rain. Nor shall he know when loud March blows through slanting snows her fanfare shrill, blowing to flame the golden cup of many an upset daffodil. And when the dark cow leaves the moor, and pastures poor with greedy weeds, perhaps he'll hear her low at morn, lifting her horn in pleasant meads. I really think that's a beautifully written piece. He shall not hear the bittern cry in the wild sky. Thank you for joining me for today's Red Shed. I look forward to joining you again hopefully tomorrow for some more. In the meantime, please consider subscribing on YouTube, and you can find me on 37 different kinds of social media, all of which can be found by going to redshedhead.com. redshedhead.com. No gaps, no hyphens, all one word. Thanks very much. See you soon.
Red Shed, welcome to the Red Shed.